does say?
Because all we have is behavior. Just let me get some hard evidence, because what we have now is just circumstantial.
What we have is probable cause. And truckers arming themselves for some good old-fashioned vigilante mayhem.
Tell us about Hector, Brian. Latinos with spear guns. Give me.
Well, you're still working on
Latinos with spear guns?
Someone just give me a cigarette.
Get him a cigarette.
Don't get him a cigarette. But you quit.
Yeah, I did quit. Just give me a cigarette.
See, it's more like a mentor.
Yeah.
A
Don't give him
father
a cigarette.
figure.
He quit.
Tell me about Toretto.
See, like more like
I think he's too
fatherly mentor type.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No way. I mean, maybe his buddy Vince
And
was
out of
just-
all the cops that he's worked with,
The kid's sister's going.
like, you know, he was more like kinder, more like a mentor,
Right.
fatherly. You know, like, who cares if he smokes or not? But he did care.
Yeah, the father figure is like, don't give him a cigarette.
Or the mentor, yeah.
Right, mentor. So, but this is also the first and only time in all the Fast and Furious movies that they acknowledge that Brian smoked at one point. Never once does he ever ask for a cigarette or even talk about. Even when Han is chain smoking, nobody ever is like, "Oh, Brian, I remember we used to smoke like that." Yeah. Like they don't ever mention that Brian even smoked, except for this one scene.
Yeah.
But what's significant also about this scene is he explains Vin Diesel beating the dude that killed his dad.
Yeah.
So that's this scene.
What do you say?
I don't blame you. I can get. What are you going NATO on me, Brian?
Going native on me. Is it NATO or
I
native?
don't know. NATO or native? I
Yeah,
don't know.
memorize that.
Yeah, well, read it again.
It's especially on like Avatar. Going native.
Native, yeah.
Remember I told you about the guy he nearly beat to death?
Go with the locals, with the native.
Yeah, right. That might be it.
Quarter-inch
Like
torque
Dances with Wolves.
Yeah.
He's a model of self-control.
So yeah, so there we go. We got to see the actor's face that gets beat up, because they explain this in Fast 9.
Yeah, but when they show
But
this story, they never use the same guy.
yeah, it's not the same guy. But I mean, so in Fast 9, they explain this scene where Toretto confronts the NASCAR driver, no NASCAR equivalent driver that.
Or was it the same guy? I don't remember now.
It might. I don't think it's the same actor because it's just 20 years ago.
I know.
But he does kind of look like that.
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, the point is that I'm really glad that they tied up this loose end.
Yeah.
I just think it's dumb that they incorporated. Oh, but he has the secret brother that he's never mentioned.
Yeah. And look at that. They have a pizza box there.
Hey, pizza.
They don't have
Donuts.
That's with a 3/4 inch torque wrench. He's a model of self-control.
But you'd wonder, like, I don't know. I wish they would have explained the brother too, because nobody mentions Toretto's brother. Like, if you had the whole file on Toretto and his family,
Yeah.
you would know that he has a brother that is long gone.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
yeah. You see the pizza there.
Oh, what brand was it?
Some local
Oh, was it local? Was it the same one that they use in Too Fast, Too Furious?
See?
Yeah, you can't see the brand.
But, talk about brothers. It'll be cool if they come out that Brian O'Connor had a brother.
Right, yeah, Brian O'Connor has a... Dude, Cody Walker.
Yeah.
Cody Walker could act as Brian O'Connor's brother.
Yeah, like they could make, you know,
Dude.
that Brian O'Connor, you know, in the franchise, he had a brother and he comes
Right.
out. And
If
then,
Dominic's brother can hide for 9 movies, certainly Brian O'Connor's twin brother, Cody Walker, could come out of hiding for the 10th Fast and
Yeah.
Furious. And
use
take
Paul
care
Walker's brother.
Yeah, use
Yeah.
Cody Walker
Yeah.
and take care of all the babies.
Yeah, and make, exactly, and
Take care of
make,
all these babies, like raise the children to
Yeah.
be these busters. And
yeah, and make
Yeah.
Brian O'Connor to have a brother. Like you said, like all these movies, you know, we didn't know that Dom had a brother, so it could be that, you know, Brian had a brother or a sister,
seriously,
and
yeah.
then amp the movie up.
Because he's undercover. So
Yeah.
nobody's supposed to know anything about him.
Yeah.
His name's Brian Earl Spillner from Arizona.
Serial killer.
A serial killer name.
Name
With
has
a fake
has
record
Vin Diesel
for
said.
boosting cars and spending some time in juvie.
That's right.
But
And then
like,
later on, Vin Diesel's like, yeah, but I did time.
real time. Exactly, he does. He rubs it in his face.
He said that in front of
For Braga.
Braga. Yeah,
Mhm.
it wasn't that other guy in part 2.
Right.
The crazy one. What's his name? That Miami guy.
Yeah, Carter. Carter was the Carter Verone.
Yeah.
Carter Verone
Yeah.
was the cartel runner.
Yeah.
In the second one. But also
In
in the
real time. The way he said it
Yeah,
too, it was like, oh
yeah.
shoot, yeah.
And it's like, you guys know each other?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
The thing that we were talking about too about the brothers and sisters even, like Brian O'Connor could have sisters.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about Brian's family.
That's what I'm saying. It could be a, brother or sister, and if they want to use like his real life brother,
Right.
like you said,
Cody. Yeah.
It could work.
Because
And if they don't want to use their brother, they can, have someone act like a sister.
Right, act like a sister. Be like, oh yeah, I'm Brian Connor's sister.
Yeah. And
Brian
intensify
O'Connor's
like the story.
Yeah,
know?
totally.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great addition.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got these children, and hopefully they bring back the actors that played the children. Because Jack was like 3 or 4 years old in the end of, I guess, Fast 8.
Yeah.
He was already 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah. And it's a great way to tie in, like, John Cena. Like, they can start, like, they can start, like, a scene in the movie, and he's getting beat up or something, or messed up, and he's like, who are you? I'm Brian O'Connor's brother.
Yeah.
Or Brian O'Connor's sister,
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, shoot.
Right.
They tie the brothers connect, and then they bring, Brian's family into the
100%.
into the mix.
Because he's like the one. Because speaking of what you're speaking of this brother trail, so we have Deckard Shaw, we have Owen Shaw,
right,
from Fast
so
7.
they've used that theme
Or Fast 6. No, Fast 6 or Fast 7 was Fast 6 was Owen Shaw, played by Luke Evans.
Yeah, that brotherly theme. They've used this
all the time.
Yeah.
And then for Fast 7, it's like, hey, surprise, Owen Shaw has a brother, Deckard Shaw,
Yeah.
Jason Statham.
Yeah.
And then, or Statham, some people say Statham, Jason Statham. I always said Statham. And then Vin Diesel has a brother, Fast 9. It's like, come on, dude, it's only logical that Brian O'Connor has a brother for
Yeah.
Fast 10.
Yeah, or
Or
brother
sister.
and a sister.
A brother and a sister.
And they come back as a duo.
Right.
Because John Cena's a pretty big guy,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I don't know who, one
Yeah.
person could take him. And to have like a brother that's like really big, it'll be like,
yeah, Paul Walker
maybe
would
like a
have-
brother and a sister is like,
Oh, yeah,
like
there you
a
go.
duo.
There you
It's
go.
like, oh shoot, what's going on?
Yeah, exactly. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it would be even better if they had somebody like China. Do you remember China? from
Yeah, I remember,
WWE?
of course.
Have someone like China be Brian's sister. Or sister-in-law. Or cousin. Because
Yeah.
Dominic has a cousin in Cuba.
Yeah.
So why can't Brian have cousins all around the world?
Yeah, I was gonna say get what is it, Ronda Rousey?
Oh God, Ronda
But
Rousey.
she
She's
already
been.
in the movie.
She's already in
She
the
was
movie.
in when they went to Dubai, right?
Yeah, Dubai.
Yeah. So she's
Um,
already in the movie. Can't use her.
Can't use Rhonda, and they also
but somebody.
used
It doesn't have to be her.
Gina Carano. Gina Carano or Serrano? Gina Serrano was in Fast 7 as the Luke Hobbs's compatriot, the badass chick.
Yeah.
So I mean, they are tapping into the female MMA. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I love the producers and the makers of these movies
Yeah.
because they dig into pop culture.
Sure.
And they bring in icons like John Cena and Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Love Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Always loved her.
Yeah.
It's so cool to see her as a cameo.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Especially her fight scenes.
Yeah.
It's like they fight John Cena and The Rock. Like, they are just natural action movie actors. Like, it's such a logical choice to bring them into something
exactly.
with fight scenes.
Yeah.
But
Exactly. And she's a fighter. I know she's won. I know she's lost. Hey, that's why they're not called winners. They're called fighters because you fight.
keep fighting.
And when you fight, you might win, but then also it's like you might win some, you might lose some. But she's
But
definitely a
I think Rhonda
fighter.
had like the longest record of undefeated. She has like the longest undefeated record.
Yeah, she's definitely a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they used her already in Dubai.
Yeah,
But somebody else could be Brian O'Connor's
I know.
sister.
So who's next? I mean, there's gotta be these up and coming
Oh yeah, definitely.
artists that we don't even know of yet. That these producers and writers are really good at digging up this new talent.
Yeah.
And like Ja Rule, like picking up Ja Rule before he was like really underway as an artist, and Tyrese before his acting career took off really.
Yeah.
and Ronda Rousey at the peak of her career, and Gina. I keep saying Carano. I'm not sure if it's Serrano or Carano.
Yeah.
But like,
there are a lot of women that are killing it.
I'm
there's
sure
a
they
lot
could
to
pick
choose
somebody
from.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
just about to reach their prime, and you pull them into the Fast and Furious 10. What were you? Wait, didn't you have a title already for Fast 10?
Who?
You didn't you come up with like, dude, if they make Fast 10, it should be called. I think you came up with a title a while ago, and it was brilliant.
Oh, I forgot. I don't remember.
Well, we'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah.
We're gonna brainstorm some ideas of Fast and Furious 10 titles.
That's right.
Oh, they introduced the Charger, the only American muscle car in the movie, and he explains that it scared him. That's why he never drives it. But then, of course, he's forced to drive it because the RX-7. What happens to his RX-7? Why did he have? He has to drive the Charger because they wreck his RX-7, don't they? I think he crashes the RX-7 in the motorcycle chase. And then he ends up finishing the chase in the Charger.
Yeah.
Something happens to the RX-7. I'll have to watch and get back to you. But anyway, yeah, he's reluctant to drive the Charger. And I think it's also because it's a heirloom. It's like the only thing he has left of his dad.
Yeah, that's right.
He and Mia helped build it, so it's like a family heirloom that he doesn't want to get any dents and scratches. But mostly, he's afraid of how powerful it is.
Yeah, and I like the fact that they integrate, that combination of, yes, as you said, they use bikes, right? Motorcycles. Obviously they use cars, but, at the end when they're racing, he pops a wheelie.
He pops a wheelie off the line.
But
much torque, it almost twisted the chassis off the line.
Yeah,
right?
But it's like, people when they say pop a wheelie, you're thinking about a motorcycle.
Yeah.
But he does it with the car. It's like, that was dope.
Without wheelie bars.
Yeah,
they do.
that's right.
So if you see drag racing, they do tend to pop wheelies, but they have what's called a wheelie bar, so that it doesn't get too vertical.
Yeah.
But yeah, his Charger doesn't have the wheelie bar on it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And I love that they did it again in Fast 4 when he's racing for Braga and he's got a Chevelle. He's a Chevy Chevelle, the gray one.
Boom,
and once again,
right on top.
and then he does that with the what car was that? He was driving the F-bomb. He was driving Phoenix's car, the F-bomb, or maybe it wasn't Phoenix. I think it was an other. I was there, a Firebird or a Challenger. Anyway, but yeah, it's funny because that car said F-bomb on the side of it. It's brilliant.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, more to come.